Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it. I've got to make it show.
Oh, crap. Howdy, folks. It's Dave again. I haven't used that one in a long time. This is just going to be kind of me rambling on about some things to give you all some updates. Things have been going really well the last little while. First thing is the amazing people that I'm running across on YouTube. For everybody that I'm subscribed to, I had this conversation with someone I just subscribed to a couple days ago. Actually, yesterday, I believe it was. For everyone that I subscribe to, the reason I subscribe to you is because you are a positive person. There's a couple of exceptions in there, but that's because they're so negative, they're funny. And no, I don't subscribe to everybody that's on my list, but I do go through every once in a while on that list and check y'all's videos out. And I'm not saying everybody that I'm not subscribed to is not a positive person. It's just there's only so many videos that I can subscribe to and be expected to, catch up on them all. And as I explained to this really, really nice lady, it's not a matter of always being in a good mood or having a positive message. It's a matter of, like I explained to her, people that don't take themselves too seriously, can laugh at themselves, can allow us to laugh with them in their bad times, as well as in their good times when everything's going right. They don't get this big swelled head. I appreciate humility. So there you go. That is the thing with the people that I subscribe to. For everybody that subscribed to me, again, I cannot thank you guys enough. I have been remiss in thanking you guys, but the format of the videos that I've done recently hasn't really allowed that. And I wanted to take care of that, catch up on that right now. I can't go through all the names and everything, but you guys know who you are. And I appreciate that you're enjoying my videos. I mean, it keeps me making them, and then when I don't make one for a few days, and like I said before, I won't be making them every day. When I don't make them for a few days, then I feel like, okay, well, it's time to let people know what's going on. So again, thank you very, very much. I appreciate all of you, and again, I do, when I run out of videos if it's a slow day and a lot of people aren't uploading stuff, or if it happens to be something that I'm not particularly interested in at the moment, I'll watch the first couple seconds of it to see what it's about, and then I'll click it off and go to something else if it's just not something that I'm particularly interested in the moment. But when I run out of the videos that I'm subscribed to, then I go to my subscriber list and I check them out. I haven't checked everybody out, but I start checking their videos out, and if I like them, I add them to my subscribe list. And right now it's ending up to where I've got, on a busy day, 2, sometimes 3 pages of new videos that I get to watch. So thank you guys so much for that. That is so awesome. Okay, now there's a couple of things that I wanted to let you in on as well. This bed sore. This is like really weirding me out. Since I got sick, since I had that little infection in there and got that cleaned up, This thing has taken off. Now, there was no infection in there before, but this thing has just taken off on healing. I've got some special bandages that they're designed to be able to put over the dressing, put over the wound all by themselves. They're just a clear plastic dressing that lets the steam out. I mean, it's hard to call it steam, but it's aerosolized, liquid steam. But it's a water barrier. It's waterproof, so it doesn't let liquid form of liquid into the wound. But it doesn't work very effectively because it also doesn't let the liquid out of the wound. So, but one of the parts of this is it's got a plastic grid on. It's got a top sheet that has a grid on it that's marked in 0.5 centimeter squares, and it's designed so that you can draw on it with a pen and you can outline the bed sore. Well, I just started this a while back, I guess about 10 days or so ago, not too long after I got done with that infection. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before, but in 5 days from the first measurement to the second one, there was a discernible difference. Not discernible enough to be able to show you all on camera, but a discernible difference in the size of this sore. Now keep in mind, this thing is 2 years old, and the progress on it has been exceedingly slow for a variety of reasons. Why would this be happening? All of a sudden, I'm not doing anything different. I'm not, I'm treating it just as I did before. There's only one thing that I can think of. And that's that when people found out that I had that infection, a whole bunch of y'all started throwing up prayers for me. That's the only difference I can think of. So please, keep those prayers up. I need them. And I appreciate them. When there is a discernible difference between this date and that date that is so easily seen on the camera, then I'll show you. Right now, the difference in that 5-day period was the wound shrank about between 1/4 and 1/8 of a centimeter in 5 days, in both directions, east, west, north, south, or as the docs prefer to put it, 12/6 and 3/9. So, but to give you an idea of where we're at right now, this sore started about this big when I got on YouTube. It started when I first got it about that big. YouTube has, because of the ability to stay in bed more and so on and so forth, has allowed it to shrink down to about, actually, I'm sorry, in that year, it had shrunk from this down to about here, which, as you can see, is not a great deal of progress over time. But since I've been on YouTube, it shrank a little bit more to about like that. Okay, see if I can get that right. To about like that, and right now, that's about where it was at. That's about where it was at when got that infection in there, and right now, it's the size of my thumbnail. Okay, so it's just taken off. Okay, so again, thank you very much. God, the power of prayer. People discount it, they blow it off, they ignore it, but it's real. It is definitely real. Okay, another thing. I think I mentioned this before, that I was trying to figure out how to get my music gear kind of set up, and wasn't able to because the table that I had was taking up too much room for my synthesizer. I've actually got 3 synthesizers. In fact, I'm going to plug in right here. It's an older picture, but I'm going to plug in right here a picture of my full musical setup. But so you guys will understand the hardware I have and how stupid I am because I can't play an instrument. I've lost every song I ever wrote except for 4 because they were stored on my hard drive. I didn't have a backup, and stupid me, it crashed. I'm going to be asking some of you guys, especially Perry, you're going to be getting an email from me in the next couple of days asking you a couple of questions. It's not collaborative stuff, so, you know, I know you when I asked you some questions before, you mentioned that you don't do collaborations. But this isn't any questions about collaborative stuff. It's just some questions about how you write songs, because I've got an idea for a song I want to do lyrics on. I can't sing for squat, but if I can get that done, then you guys will have to put up with it. Well, you won't. You can turn off the video, but I think you'll enjoy it when it comes out, if it turns out the way I want it to. Okay. So, yesterday, I went digging through all the boxes and stuff. I tore down my music gear, my music setup, to try to put it back here, and you know, ended up putting it into boxes and storing it back in the other room and everything. But now I have cleaned off my shelf over here on the other side of the room, and it turns out to be the perfect size for my synthesizer. And I'm going to have to clear off more of it. In fact, let me show you. I'm going to have to clear off more of it. There's my synth and sequencer, and then there's 2 drum machines. You can't see them real well. There's 2 drum machines and a drum pad on there, and a set of headphones. And I need to bring in my little mixer. I need to bring in my little mixer and hook that stuff into the little mixer, as well as my microphone, and see if I can't manage to get this song I've got in my head written down. It'll be my first attempt to ever in my life write a song with lyrics. So we'll have to see how that turns out. I'll probably end up making a fool of myself on that one, but what the hell? That's what I'm good at. So let's see. What else? The street team. Now, a lot of people have been giving Mike a hard time about this street team thing and accusing him of wanting to be a Nazi and all that crap. I've talked to Mike several times in person, and I've also exchanged quite a few private messages with him and private videos with him, and he's not a freaking Nazi. In fact, with my experience, with years and years of experience in running my own forums and helping to run other forums and so on, I'm going to be letting this Mary Rose lady know that I want to be a member of this street team as well. So if you want to hate on folks, y'all go look at that video I made on the griefers breaking the law. I don't remember the exact title to it, but you got my attitude towards you little haters on there. I don't like you people. You run around and you get your giggles causing other people pain. You're pussies. You laugh when you drive other people off the internet. through fear, intimidation, and harassment. And then when your little accounts get banned because you are actually breaking the rules of YouTube, you whine and piss and moan. I've showed you this before. I told you it was the world's smallest violin. It's not. It's a booger. And if you don't quit whining, I'm going to throw it on you. Okay, last thing. Actually, not the last thing. All you smokers all you guys that are in Zipster's Stop Smoking program, kudos on you guys. Keep it up. Have strength. If you get that urge to smoke a cigarette, oh gosh, there's one guy that I'm just recently subscribed to who fell off the wagon, had a cigarette, and got bummed out. If that happens, don't sweat it. Jump back on. Okay? Everybody screws up. It's a hard habit to break. So you may give in to temptation. The key is, if you run out and buy a new pack of cigarettes and you smoke a cigarette, you know you screwed up. Either throw the pack of cigarettes away or give it to somebody that's, a smoker that's a homeless guy. Okay? But get rid of the cigarettes. Get rid of the availability of cigarettes. And that'll help. Now, I do smoke, and I'm not quitting. For several reasons. It's not just that I enjoy it. There's other reasons as well that have to do with its depressant factor on the nervous system, and it helps settle my spasms. So, risk versus reward. I've weighed them, and I'll continue smoking. So, I try not to smoke on videos. Whenever you guys catch me doing that, smack my wrist. Anyway, and let's see. I want to end this out with, I got to do this again. A shout out to Goth Reaper. Babe, you are so inspirational to me. I swear God's got to have a special place sitting for you in heaven. I don't comment on many of your videos, but I watch every single one, and you humble me. I mean, your heart is so good. You get your anger up once in a while, and that's understandable. Everybody does. But, I mean, the things that stand out in my mind are one of your recent videos where you had started out having a tit for tat with somebody, and you got it worked out, and you made a video saying, hey, this guy that I started out with a rough start with is a good guy. Go look at his videos. I think the most impressive two things that I've seen is when one of your haters that was giving you all kinds of hell realized that it wasn't a game and apologized to you, you immediately forgave him. That takes a big heart. I mean, that is so Christ-like. It's mind-blowing. And the other one is when you prayed for the people that were harassing you. In spite of the pain you were feeling, in spite of the hurt they were causing you, you stopped and you prayed for them. And again, that is so Christ-like. That is the perfect example of Christianity that I want to emulate more in my life. You are a great example to me. So, once again, I mean, like I said before, I pick my heroes right, and you just prove that more and more all the time. I love you. You are so wonderful. You are so awesome. You are such an inspiration to me. So, I mean, keep it up. I am so glad you came back. You can't imagine. So, keep it up. Okay, I think that's it. And I strained myself a little bit with this hip hauling this keyboard over there because it weighs, God, I don't know how much, but it feels like it weighs about 40 pounds or so. And it's I don't have the leverage really to manhandle that sucker around. So, I mean, lifting it is no problem, but it's a problem with leverage because I don't have any trunk muscles. So I try to pick up something heavy and I fall over instead of it coming up. So, but I got it over there. I've got 2 drum machines. One isn't working. I've got to check it out. I've got to open it up and see if I can repair it. The other one is working, and I've got a third one that is a simplified drum machine as well as a drum pad. Argent, get ready for an ass whooping. And I've got, like I say, I've got to go get my little mixer and take it off its rack and bring it in here, and maybe even one of my effects boxes, and see what I can do. And this synth is a sampler as well. I've never used the sample function on it. In fact, I'm going to have to read the instruction book on it to figure out how to use it again because I haven't played music in so long. I haven't played with music in so long. So, but it's also a sampler, so you know, I'm going to play with that a little bit and see what I can do with that. So, anyway, we will check you out. Oh, for you that are curious, it's a Yamaha Motif 6. Really nice machine. It's just Yamaha makes the damn machines a lot more complex than Korg, which is my other sequencer, which, again, that one isn't working real well at the moment. I'm going to see if I can fix it. The salt air out here is so corrosive when you're right on the beach. It's just mind-blowing. Anyway, I will holler at you later. There's your update. And, 22 minutes. That's okay. I haven't made a 20-minute video in a while. The last few have been pretty short, so got to keep these things mixed up, folks. So there you go. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for all you folks that are so damn positive and help keep me upbeat, you know, with your attitudes and just your entire outlooks on life, even when you have your problems. I don't know. I'll mention it again. Thank you for your prayers. This bed sore is just, it's unbelievable. It really is the way it's healing. It is healing so perfectly. It's just unbelievable. And the only difference is that all of a sudden I've got a bunch of people praying for me. So, all right. So that's it. I'm probably not going to be making a video for the next couple of days while I finish getting this stuff, you know, that shelf cleared off and stuff boxed up and organized. It's on the shelf, and make room for some of the other hardware that I've got and have it be kind of sort of organized, and then get the wiring set up to wire it into the computer and all that. So, but thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I will holler at y'all later. So, take it light.